gifts of the spring, stunning wildflowers, and more importantly, tomatoes. When produce shopping, I never pass up the green. These firm, tangy treats are just tomatoes not yet ripe, and they are perfect for frying and dipping. Here's what you need. 4 large green tomatoes, yellow cornmeal, panko breadcrumbs, all-purpose flour, 1 egg, 1 cup of buttermilk, vegetable oil, and for seasoning, sea salt, Cajun seasoning, garlic powder, black pepper, and paprika. For the dipping sauce, you'll need mayonnaise and chili garlic sauce. We'll begin by rinsing our tomatoes, then cutting them into slices. Try to slice the tomato as uniformly as possible so that they cook evenly, and you don't want to slice them too thick. About 1/4 inch thick is good. As you can see, green tomatoes are firm and sturdy and they hold up well to frying. After you've sliced your 4 tomatoes, you'll place them on paper towels to let some of the moisture drain off. After laying them out, season them generously with sea salt. We'll now set up our batter station. Grab the yellow cornmeal and add it to a wide and fairly shallow bowl. Next, add the panko breadcrumbs to the same bowl. Now, because I am not using seasoned breadcrumbs or panko, I need to add some seasoning to this breading. I'm adding the Cajun salt, paprika, some black pepper, and garlic powder. Then I'll use a whisk to mix the breadcrumbs, panko, and seasonings well. Next, I'll add 1 cup of buttermilk and 1 egg to a second bowl and whisk those together. The egg and buttermilk wash will help our breading adhere to the tomatoes. Next, add your flour to a third bowl or plate. So in all, you should have 3 bowls: the breadcrumb mix, milk, and egg wash and flour. Now, it's time to batter and bread up our tomatoes in this order: flour, wash, crumbs. This can get messy, but here's my technique. I use my left hand to pick up the tomato and dredge it in the flour. My left hand is my dry hand for this process. After coating the tomato in flour, I grab the tomato with my right hand or wet hand and dip it into the wash. Before moving to the crumb mixture, I switch back to my dry hand, place the tomato in the crumb dish, and use my fingers to sort of scoop the breadcrumbs all over the tomato, on top and on the sides, pressing the slice down firmly into the mixture to ensure the breadcrumbs cover the slice completely. Let's run that back again. Flour, buttermilk and egg wash, breadcrumbs. This technique will help you avoid washing your hands many times in the process and creates perfectly battered tomatoes. Let your coated green tomatoes rest for 10 minutes before frying. Meanwhile, heat up a pan over medium-high heat. Add about 1/2 inch of vegetable oil and heat. As always, use a thermometer to ensure your oil is hot enough, because if it's not, you will get soggy tomatoes. The oil must be at least around 360 degrees before you start. Carefully place your tomatoes in the hot oil, being sure not to overcrowd. I fry mine in batches of 4 in a cast iron pan. Let them fry until visibly golden brown. I let these go about 1.5 minutes on one side before flipping, and let them fry for about 4 minutes total. Proceed to repeat in batches with the remainder of your tomatoes. When finished, remove to paper towels to drain off excess oil. To make the dipping sauce, fill a ramekin about halfway with mayo. Then I add a little bit of paprika and Cajun seasoning. And last, a few tablespoons of the chili garlic sauce. Mix all of it together and you have your chili garlic remoulade. And there you have it, gorgeous, delicious fried green tomatoes coated perfectly. The tomatoes, they're crispy and crunchy outside, juicy, firm, and tangy inside. Paired with a creamy, slightly spicy sauce. Serve it hot with nothing but a sprinkle of fresh parsley and lemon wedges as an appetizer or side dish. Bon appetit! Next up, an ultimate summertime dessert and family favorite. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and be sure to subscribe. Recipes posted weekly. To see what I'm cooking daily, tips, and other fun content, join me on social media. I'm at Omni Enthusiast on IG, Facebook, and at omnienthusiast.com.